It's week 3 of the National Football League. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner. He had no picks a week ago, but plenty of stops. 9 of them to be exact. It's the Jets and the Pats coming up next.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that...
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's across midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Here we go, set.
1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
No surprise to see Stevenson making that type of a play. People know him well. Unsurprised to see him over 1,000 yards this past season. He's a bruiser who was also fourth among backs with 69 catches. He can do it all in the New England offense.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. taking a third. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 6-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's go now.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Back to throw. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th. Beringer on to punt for the Patriots. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Pats, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll set up to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. Let's take it inside his own 40. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now out come the Patriots. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw over the middle taken in. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. New England's offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Douglas, the man in motion.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Hall again. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
There's a nice play by Hall, who was hitting his stride and more, and looking like a franchise back when a torn ACL ended his rookie year at 7 games. We all saw the electricity. We felt it before he went down, though. The expectations very high for the future star here in year 2.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. Now 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back, who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Throw right side, Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. On play action, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Brees. come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short pass caught by Henry.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half is the...
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half. So we've hit halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run once more with Stevenson. And this might net him a yard, if that, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into...
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go.
Taylor going to run the option right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And New York set to take the field. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
On the ball, now!
Well, now they'll try the end around. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play.
Come on.
But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Ready.
Now a carry for Allen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jets take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 20. New England's offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Let's go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Will McDonald
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the bootleg, Travis.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on. Sack it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Douglas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Douglas. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just... And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Austin Hooper. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And New York set to take the field. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years.
Here we go.
You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Ready?
They'll run with Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Looking to throw. Travis. And it's caught. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Here we go.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he will pick up the first down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Go.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And the Jets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Ready.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.